Once again, a pleasant good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yours truly, Sunny Biza here with you. We'll be with you until 9 o'clock. It is 7:22 in studios, las 7:22 minutos. Thank you so much, Homero, Bobby Blue, Nicholson. Thank you so much. And of course, definitely it's Friday, TGIFPD. Thanks God it's Friday, PD. And definitely I want to see this. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining. The breeze is blowing. And the avocado tree will soon be covered with new leaves. Okay? Hoy es viernes. Hoy es día de pago. ¿Cómo lo dicen? ¿Cómo lo dicen? TG. Oh, man, I get confused at that when I say it in Spanish. Thanks God it's Friday. TGIFPD. Thanks God it's Friday. PD, día de pago. Estoy diciendo un día bien hermoso. El sol ya salió. Ya salió el señor sol. Quiero decir que lindo se ve el árbol de lo que es aguacate. Ya casi completo con puras hojitas nuevas. Y ya están viniendo las frutas. And then fruits will be starting coming in. The aguacates will be started to bloom. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at. I was seeing mangoes already. It's going to be a good mango season. There will be a lot of mangoes. Plums, I'm noticing plums are loaded all over the place. All right, las truenadoras, a lot of plums, a lot of fruits. I say papayas, I say bananas. Yesterday we went to Spanish Lookout. Ayer fuimos a Spanish Lookout. Thank you, Mr. Enrique Lopez Sr., for accompanying me to Spanish Lookout. And while we were going, we were just looking at all the men. I'm telling you, I see this, I see this. Belize, the government of this country really relies a lot on taxes, and that is true. Sometimes we cry because of taxes. Nosotros lloramos por causa de los impuestos. Taxes are high, a lot of taxes. They pay a lot of taxes. We pay a lot of taxes, and it's true. You wake up in the morning. You got to remember, if you don't pay or you not pay your property tax. Cuando te levantas en la mañana y abres todo, preguntas, ¿ya pagué o no ha pagado property tax? We got to pay property tax. Después ya la otra semana, cuando pasen a recoger tu basura, ya tienes que empezar a pagar $5 para recoger tu basura. That's another $5 tax to pick up your garbage. It's a contribution, okay? I love to hear how Deputy Mayor says it's a contribution. But to me, it's a tax. It's a $5 tax. We have to pay. They're going to tax us $5 to pick up our garbage. Then you go and do some work. You go and make some money. And when you go and get some money, then you got to pay tax on that money, ¿verdad? Hay que pagar tax en ese dinero también. So you're going to pay some tax on the money that you earn. And then when you earn that money and you pay your tax, then you're going to buy some food. And when you go and buy that food, they're going to tax you. They're going to tax you on that food that you're going to buy. All right? They're going to tax you on the food. And then you go to the gas station and you put some gas because you're going to tax you again. Okay, to put some gas, to put some oil, to put, whatsoever your car needs, they're going to tax you again on that. So that's taxes that we pay. And I will say this, I will say this. I saw a post on Facebook where small islands in the Caribbean, Antigua, Barbados, they are reducing taxes. And yes, those countries, in the Caribbean, I don't know how they actually get their revenues. But our revenues, we don't have oil. Nosotros no tenemos lo que es petróleo, minerales, oro en cantidad. Pues todavía no lo hemos buscado. We haven't found it yet. I shouldn't say we don't have. We do have, but we don't strike it yet. Sí tenemos, pero no lo hemos buscado. Un buen pozo de petróleo. No hemos buscado un buen pozo de petróleo. No hemos buscado una buena mina de oro y diamantes. No hemos buscado lo que es un tipo de minerales que realmente haga rico este país. Siempre nos dependemos en lo que son los impuestos. Pero sí voy a decir que vi un post en Facebook a donde dice que creo que era The Guardian Newspaper. Y es política, ¿no? Y lo quiero decir lo que es política. El papel del UDP, ya están cantando para su supper, como me dijo Meat Pie Head Sires ahí en Corozal. You know how Meat Pie Head Sires told me in Corozal, Sanibay that is sing for his supper. You know, but yesterday as I was driving to Spanish Lookout, boy, I'm telling you, the work that is being done on our highway. You know, long time I no got no way, you know, because I no got vehicle. Hace tiempos que no voy en ningún lado porque no tengo carro. You know, but man, the road at Biskin, after you watch, I'm telling you, it's so lovely, so beautiful. Man, it's a beautiful piece of road that they're doing right now from Biskin all the way up to the Boom Junction. You know, there's a roundabout now. Hay un roundabout que están haciendo por Boom. I don't know how much those things cost. Setting infrastructure, setting pipes, setting telephone, setting water pipes. You know, todo lo que se necesita lo están poniendo. It's a multi-million-dollar project. Then I'm telling you, the road, the George Price Highway, major work is going on at the George Price Highway. Trabajadores, they stop, then they continue, the work, they continue. A lot of work, they happen. I heard the Honorable Florencio Marin mention that the road from San Esteban to Progreso will be paved. Se va a pavimentar ese camino de San Esteban a Progreso. Very essential piece of road, you know. And we wait for that to get paved. That is going to be paved. But I traveled all the way to Cayo. Beautiful. Man, como está bonito Cayo. Cañaverales, cane fields. Watch a cane fields till you, I can't go see no more. Cañaverales, hay bonitos cañaverales. Camiones con semillas de caña. Planting sugarcane. I'm saying this, you know, because somos del norte y nosotros somos el sugar belt. I want to say that I think years before I was telling Mr. Rick yesterday. Le digo, Mr. Rick, usted sabía que antes Cayo, because we were watching all the beautiful pastures, todos los potreros, bonitos ganados, beautiful, beautiful cattle, you know, especially when we were going into Blue Creek, into Spanish Lookout. You know, there's some beautiful, beautiful pastures, beautiful cattle. You know that, Mr. Rick, usted sabía que Cayo, el distrito de Cayo, era el número uno en ganadería. It was the number one district in cattle. And he said, yeah, he remember at school, cattle, and he also said aceraderos, which is sawmills. Cayo was a lot in sawmills as well. Okay, when you want lumber and that kind of thing, Cayo is the place where a lot of lumber came to different areas. And they continue to be the number one in lumber. Okay, that's what we understand. But don't believe me that shipyard is not being left behind. Okay, with all the sawmills where shipyard have. So I race ahí para ver quién es el number one. But according to the Ministry of Agriculture, according to Mr. Bellarmino Esquivel, the number one cattle district is Orinjuak district. Okay? So Orinjuak have beautiful pastures, wonderful cattle, and definitely Orinjuak is the number one in cattle. I was sharing this with Mr. Rick Lopez. And then he said, pero si nosotros nos dormimos, I mean, like that, Pero si nosotros nos dormimos, Sane, Cayo va a ser number one en Kenia. Porque nosotros no estamos en acuerdo, y si no paramos esos desacuerdos, cada vez estamos perdiendo más y más y más. Cañeros se están yendo. Cañeros están haciendo. Why, what I'm telling you, and I'm so happy to listen that many farmers are putting in their sugar cane are going into the mill. The mill is milling very well right now. Están trabajando bien. 3,700 tons last week number 9. Man, they're doing a wonderful job. Lot of sugar they produce. I think it's going to be a good pay for farmers this year. Creo que vamos a tener un poquito de buen pago. We are at 59, 53, $59 con 53 centavos siempre. I don't think y como Pieta, I've been asking my friends there at BSI to hook me up back with the system, because then maybe I have to delete and maybe reboot, because I am not getting new information. I am not getting the new information. I need to maybe delete, and then I need to reinstall. All right, maybe I need to reinstall. That's what I need to do. But yes, I want to see that, when I moved from Spanish Lookout yesterday, cuando me quité yo de Spanish Lookout, les quiero decir que le dije a Mr. Rick, vamos a pasar aquí en el shortcut, el camino nuevo que está haciendo el gobierno. Pues es un camino viejo, pero lo están reparando, a donde hay a las aldeas de Docron 2, Docron 1, Docron 2, está Billy White, está Santa Familia, y también está Bully Tree. So we took a dive. Boy, los fuimos en esa area. We went in that area. We passed on wrong that area. And I just want to tell you this. That area, man, I almost wanted to go behind my truck and video Cecilio Cho, video what is going on in those areas. And I am telling you, I know they ask you, I tell you, if there was any UDP in Cayo, and I want to say this, if there was any UDP in Cayo, things will change. For Cayo, it is changing. What are one of the most beautiful roads, one of the most picturesque. I am telling you, todo all in the mountains, en la Serranía, bonito. There is no, I am telling you, the people of Cayo are blessed. La gente de Cayo están bendecidos. Diosito les ha bendecido este país con buenos terrenos. And those people really, man, it's so beautiful. If this government is collecting taxes, if this government is doing, is putting a little lick on us right now, and we're going through some sacrifices. I am telling you, what Belize is evolving into, man, Prime Minister, there's no other way that I can say thank you. Thank you, Prime Minister John Briceño. Thank you, Minister of Infrastructure, Development and Housing, the Honorable Julius Espat, for the work that you are putting into this country. Even the minister, and I begged with Madam Speaker, and I know I'm not calling yet, but I begged with Madam Speaker this morning as well. That can be one of the things we attack, when the Honorable Miguel Guerra took his time to do his budget presentation. When he was doing his presentation, Miguel Guerra started to speak in Spanish. He started speaking in Spanish, and I'm very upset. I am very upset at the way how he was treated in the National Assembly, not because he's a member of the UDP, but because I am a mestizo. I speak Spanish. We grew up in Spanish. They know us as Yellow Belly Pania. We are Yellow Belly Pania. Pero cuando el Señor empezó a hablar en español, Madam Speaker lo silenció. Madam Speaker silenced him. Madam Speaker told him he cannot speak in Spanish. And I want to say that not only that, but I just want to say that many times you hear our representative both in the People's United Party and the United Democratic Party. You could hear it plain broad Creole when Michael Finnegan addressed any occasion he addresses in the National Assembly. Michael Finnegan was raw Creole. Every time you hear our Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Cordell Hyde, raw Creole. When you hear Patrick Faber speaks in the National Assembly, raw Creole. Sometimes you could hear Tracy Teagar Panton talking in the National Assembly, raw Creole. Sometimes even Prime Minister John Briceño, when he's speaking raw Creole. To me, when I listen to Creole, when I speak Creole, I feel Belizean. De veras que me siento beliceño. Me gusta hablar criollo. Es un lenguaje que crecimos con ellos, somos beliceños. Pero también cuando hablamos el español. He tenido yo bastante discusiones, bastante desacuerdos con gente que me dicen que Belice no es Belice, Belice es Belize, Belice no existe, no hay Belice, solo hay Belize. Despierta Belize, don't despierta Belice. Why do you put despierta Belize? Say we don't know Spanish. Then that know Spanish, I da Spanish. They are not Spanish, I da Spanish. I am a big yellow belly pania. And I want to tell you something. I proud of my people. I proud of this country, and I dislike when racism entwines in anything. Man, give a man ili time for speaking a Spanish, man. So gente de él en el Benque, la gente son bastante españoles. The people from Benque tienen bastante conexión con la gente de Guatemala. It's surprised so much people from Guatemala comes to Belize to study. Vienen a Belize a estudiar. Every day, every day Guatemala children come. You hear Renny Cuello vexed because he said the Guatemalans walk into Belize and walk out. But these kids, you know, these kids, seeds are being planted in them in this country. And honestly, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with those kids coming to Belize to study. Our kids go across in Guatemala go study. Our people in Benque would find themselves going across in Melchor to relax. Right, Miss Maria? A lot of how the bear name Gallo. Yeah, you know, they go drink the Gallo in Melchor. You know, we go across here in Cheromal. You know, and we have a lot of families in Cheromal as well. Tenemos bastante familia en Chetomal. Tenemos bastante familia en lado mexicano. You know, it is just so sad that you know, people dislike the Spanish, and I think Spanish is our second language, and I think dear Madam Speaker should have been corrected. Madam Speaker, we understand very well that English is our first language, but I want you to continue reading the book, Madam Speaker, and know that our second language is Spanish. Spanish is our second language. Okay? And matter of fact, we should say that not even English. We got independent in 1981. And our first language should be Creole. The Creole language, that's the original Belizean language, Creole. That when the people came from the Castewar over to Belize, you know, the Creoles were already here. The Creoles done media. And when the Creoles media, then we learn for talk Creole too. But the main thing is that we want to say this. Creole should be our first language. Ask Silvana Woods. If you talk to Silvana Woods in Belize City, Silvana Woods, they take one dictionary right now in a Creole. They got books where write in a Creole, right, Joe Bizer? They got books where write in a Creole. You could read in a Creole. You know, rice and beans, that Creole. You know, I got two kids, you know. I got two kids, you know. And when I asked them, I remember one time, I think it was Diana came from school, and Diana said, Mom, the teacher asked me which ethnic group I am. You know, my wife is a beautiful Creole girl, you know. And they say, and I don't know where to ask her. So my wife tell me, so Diana, what is Diana in the group? I said, well, I want mixture, anything with a mixture, the Creole. Everything we got mix, the Creole. You know, and he said, but I tell him, I not test my children like that. How they mixture, I test them by when they eat. You know, Sonny love rice and beans. Sonny Jr. love rice and beans, so he not Creole. Diana love escabeche, so she the Spanish. So I tell your teacher that you the Spanish and your brother the Creole. So when they ask him why, tell them because you love escabeche and your brother love rice and beans. So one the Creole and one the Spanish. You know, and they laugh. You know, the thing is this, you know, I really saw it as disrespect, not only to Mr. Guerra. He is an area representative. He represents about 5,000 people in his constituency of Cayo. What in a Cayo? What is your constituency there, Miss Maria? Cayo what? But honestly, to break some man to talk in Spanish like that, I really found it very disrespectful by Madam Speaker, and very disrespectful. I think Madam Speaker should have never interrupted a man, and more than anything, praising a government, praising the other side for assisting him and putting party colors aside. And I have been noticing this with Prime Minister John Briceño. I remember when the People's United Party came into government, and the first thing, Cayo West, thank you, Miss Maria Cayo West. The first thing that we saw with Prime Minister John Briceño is that when the UDP gets into power, every time the UDP gets in power, the first thing the United Democratic Party does is fire PUPs, punish PUPs. Anybody where they are very vindictive. The United Democratic Party is a very vindictive. When I tell you vindictive, then vindictive bad. You understand me? And we are always want to say this. Todo el tiempo vamos a ver cómo es el Partido Rojo. El Partido Rojo, cuando ellos llegan a ser gobierno, cuando ellos llegan a cuando ellos llegan en poder, el Partido Rojo, el UDP, son 2000% vengativo, muy vengativo. They hate watch out. Do you know how many UDPs hate PUPs and how many PUPs hate UDPs? Even today, even today. You know how many brothers don't talk to brothers because one is a PUP and one is a UDP? Do you know that there are children that don't speak to their parents because their parents might be PUP and the children are UDP? Do you know that there are neighbors who don't talk because the one neighbor the PUP and the next neighbor the UDP? Do you know how crazy politics is in this small country of Belize of only 400,000 plus Belizeans? Do you know how bad it is? You would be surprised. You would be surprised to know how bad this is. You know how bad it is in the country of Belize when it comes to politics? I must say this, I must say this, that it is real. And to listen that our children may listen how politics now is changing. And yes, the media and the politics of it, when Tracy Teagar Panton, the leader of the United Democratic Party, said thank you to Prime Minister John Briceño for helping her constituency with her monthly monies where you get. When you hear Mark Chang, Lee Mark is telling Minister Fonseca, thank you, Minister, for all the scholarships that our children at Mesopotamia are now getting. When you hear then they talk and then they give thanks across the floor. Things whenever used to happen before it was insults. It was insults and caretakers. They put caretakers in Orange Rock Central. They had one Guatemalan who was the caretaker in Orange Rock Central. And you have one man that have been winning Orange Walk Central since 1993. Never lost an election since 1993. Today's Prime Minister, John Briceño. But when the UDP are government, they always are very vindictive to our Orange Walk Town Council because we keep winning here in Orange Walk. The People's United Party is strong in Orange Walk, and they keep punishing Orange Walk Town. They punish the people in Orange Walk Town. Men, they're very vindictive. But now you could hear one difference. And I wish that politics would change and work for the betterment of the Belizean people, because everybody pay taxes. Watch how they abandon Corozal. Watch how they abandon Orange Walk. Everybody was getting glory. They go eat tacos. They even go carry pots of tacos and go eat in the Corozal. But things are changing. I have said this, politics will change because Belize is getting educated. The more our Belizeans get educated, the more we will be thinking, más educación, más inteligente quedamos. Ya no los pueden bailarlos. They cannot dance us around. It's real. Manning joined Belize. Manning, Marcos Carrillo. The two of them are, no, they're not the same, Veronica. No, I disagree. I disagree, Veronica. The two of them are the same. How you don't say about what the PM they do and get mad about it? Everybody shut them out. No, I'm just saying this. It's changing. Prime Minister John Briceño did said, and he mentioned it in the House, when Dean Barrow was on that side, Dean Barrow never used to play for offend members of the People's United Party. They never play. They never play for dang the opposition for 3 terms. They never play. And he even reminded the leader of the opposition, Therese Panton, and you laughed. And you laugh after everything. You laugh. But it is changing. It is changing slowly. Why? Because our people are getting more and more educated. You know, all the comments that they did for something so, man, it can't be naive because you're not naive. It can't be disrespectful because it's in the standing orders. It can't be wrong because, again, that's our job to do. But man, give them one break, make the man express himself, man. It's my language. Spanish is my language. An attack Creole and attack English. And everybody in Belize is supposed to learn Creole and English. You know, I look at the Cubans. Look how Cubans, no matter the color of your skin, it's one nation, one people. You know, one time Cubans came to Belize. They were building houses in Fresh Pond, and they were building other projects, doing projects. And one day a Cuban asked me, he said, ¿Ya vistes a el ingeniero López? I said, el único que ya llegó es el cubano, el negro alto, llegó. You know, one time I was talking to some Cubans and he said, have you seen Ingeniero López? And I said, no, I don't know which one come, but the only one we come, that the tall black one. The tall black one, that the only one we come. I told him, no, I haven't seen. The only one I have seen is the tall black Cuban. And he looked at me, and he was as white, white Cuban, clear eyes, blue eyes, and he said, I don't want you to get offended. No quiero que te sientas ofendido. I know why you feel offended, boy, but make I tell you this. In Cuba, we no got no black man. In Cuba, we no got no Spanish man. In Cuba, we no got no white man. In Cuba, we only have Cubans. En Cuba no tenemos negros. En Cuba no tenemos blancos. En Cuba solo tenemos cubanos. And I apologized because it's how we speak here in Belize. And I told him, solo es el modo como nosotros hablamos en Belize. Es un indio. Es un indio. Es un mestizo. We never say mestizo. We never address each other as a mestizo man. I am a mestizo man, but we never address each other. Boy, es un mestizo. No. I always said I was Spanish. That was Spanish man. That no one mestizo man, that was Spanish man. That is how they categorize us as a Spanish, you know, as a yellow belly pania. That one pania. That one pania, that one Spanish. Okay? Es un indio. Es un indio, es español, es un, you know, and that's how they identify us. But honestly, I was really surprised as Madam Speaker, because I know that the Honorable Guerra would not have taken too long to finish what he wanted to see. And I could have felt the embarrassment in the Honorable Miguel Guerra. But I want to tell you something. As proud as Miguel Guerra is, that this government, as a UDP area representative for Cayo West, and getting streets, culverts, houses, education, agriculture, getting assistance from the next side to his constituency. It's not his constituency. It is Cayo West. It is the people of Cayo that are benefiting from any work that this government does. And I believe every single Belizean, every single brother and sister, don't worry if you are a mestizo, a Garifuna, a Creole, a Chinese. If you are any ethnic group, you are Belizean. Eres Beliceño, Veronica Neal. You are a Belizean. And that is what this People's United Party government is doing. And we know the seat, you know. We know the seat. But this is what this People's United Party government is doing. I'm very proud of our Prime Minister. Very proud of our ministers of government. Very proud of the Belizeans. And most of all, I'm very proud of our country. The road from Spanish Lookout to Cayo is just about a 15-minute drive. It is so beautiful. Boy, está bonito, bonito, bonito. It's a beautiful road, the hills, the mountains. You know, it reminds me when I was traveling in Guatemala. So beautiful, so steep, deep down hills, you know. Up and down you go. You see all the pasture and beautiful cattle. You can see how people are improving their lives, agriculture. You know, Cayo is so beautiful. I want to say this, Cayo is beautiful. Our country is beautiful. And the work that is being done for the people of this country, from the Rio Hondo to the Sarstoon, from the Yalbak Hills to the Blue Lagoon, the work of this People's United Party government is so impressive. And I am telling you this. I am serious about this. I just worry about the debt of this country. I just worry about the GDP of this country. I just say how things they change, how things are getting less burdensome for us. I can see that more people are building their houses, more people are improving their homes, more people are getting jobs, especially our young people with the BPOs. People are making their little money. You know, people, what I'm telling you, I can see cars, very expensive cars. You know what a $100,000 car, and they are common now in Belize. People are just going for those vehicles. People are fixing their homes, prettily houses. You know, I was telling Don Rick, Mr. Rick, look at how the Mennonites live. You know, sometimes the Belizean want big, expensive, fancy house. And the Mennonites have some small houses, wooden, you know, the lead zincs and so. Nothing but just small and beautiful and fancy on top of a hill, you know. And the best thing where they have from there, one brand new Silverado, one brand new Ford, you know, the F-150, 250. You could say, man, las cosas que hay, you know, I'm just saying this because I'm just showing it out there. You know, how beautiful Cayo is. You know, all the way to Spanish Lookout, Docron 1, Docron 2, Billy White, Santa Familia. Miss Demi, I passed from your place yesterday, Miss Demi. But no sé a dónde era, you know. I just said, when I say a guy running, you know, I said, which area is this? He said, Docron 1. Pass one next one, people, they work. Where area this? Docron 2. Man, they paint the truck by a pass one next one, said, construction. Why, where area this? A Billy White. You know, then they paved yesterday. Yesterday we were going and they are paving. Trucks, they pave. I believe by maybe in another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the entire pavement will be connected to the pavement there at Spanish Lookout. And Cayo, that the hour drive when we used to go from Cayo all the way wrong, especially the people from Benque que van desde el Benque quieren ir a Spanish Lookout y dan toda la vuelta a llegar hasta Blackman Eddy, y de Blackman Eddy se meten en Iguana Creek y se van a Spanish Lookout. Eso te iba a agarrar como una hora, about an hour drive. No, from the George Price Highway, people from Benque, you're cutting right into the Bully Tree Road. People from San Ignacio, Bully Tree Road. Santa Elena, Bully Tree Road. 15 minutes. Highway. Bonito. Beautiful. Precioso. Thank you. Thank you, Prime Minister John Briceño. Thank you, Honorable Julius Espat, Minister of Infrastructure Development and Housing. And also thank you, Honorable Lande Habet. That is his area, Orlando Habet. Reggie, good morning. But the amount of work that this government is doing, boy, I think that budget is really small. Yo creo que el budget está chico de lo que es que está pasando. But again, Madam Speaker, I am not happy with you in the way you treated Mr. Guerra in talking his Spanish in the National Assembly. And if I was Mr. Guerra, I may correct you and tell you, you got to go back to a constitution and say what our second official language in this country. You can't stop me from talk no Spanish. Can't. Because Spanish is the second language in this country. There are many Belizeans who don't understand Spanish, and I know that. Hay bastantes beliceños que no entienden español. Y claro que sí, lo entiendo. They love escabiche. They love tamales and relleno. They love panades, salbutes, and garnachas. They love it. But they can't talk Spanish. And there are many, many, many Belizeans, born Belizeans and now naturalized Belizeans, that cannot speak English, do not understand English. You know, and this is why I am sharing this, because yes, it is vice versa, but this country, as somebody posted, do go check the census of this country. There are more Latinos. No, they call it Latino, no. They're not Spanish again. They're not yellow belly Panya. We are Latinos. We are Latinos. Hay más Latinos que el grupo de criollos. The criollos are going away. They were the largest ethnic group when I was going to primary school in the 70s. El criollo era la población más grande de Belice. Después estaba entre lo que son los mestizos y los garífonas. Los mayas siempre han sido, los quechimayas del sur siempre han sido el menor, el más menor de todos. Pero les voy a decir que hoy yo no pienso que tenemos quechis en Belice, no pienso que tenemos mestizos, no, criollos, tenemos una gente. Y esa gente, todos somos beliceños. We are all Belizeans. We are all brothers and sisters. Men, brothers and sisters in this country. And I really, really can see a big difference. But it is 8:09 in the country of Belize. Son las 8:09. Gracias una vez más, Orijoac. Gracias, Corozal. Gracias, Belice. Gracias siempre también, Primer Ministro John Briceño, por todo lo que haces en nuestro país. Gracias, Primer Ministro. Keep on the good work. And every single dollar that you tax us, I want to tell you, Prime Minister, you hurt me. But once it is properly spent, why? Watch out. And I want to see if the government open one GoFundMe can put only $10 this morning, so that they could finish the road by Billy White, Billy White, and they could do their roads and fix up their roads. We save gas. We save tire, we save time, we save everything. Shucks! How can we get back to this Prime Minister? Huh? There's no other way that we can say we love your Prime Minister, John Briceño. We love your cabinet. We love the People's United Party. Continue to work for the country. If Mr. Gerald Loveno, which is a UDP, Kayo West UDP, Loveno, how come Sunny Boys are not Loveno? Only the meat pie headman for Corozal. Me vale sayers, why? Meat pie head, él está enterrado en lo que es la política. But it is serious. Let us do this morning. Thank you for choosing Power FM.
Government continues to take decisive steps to strengthen and modernize Belize's electricity sector. Through strategic international partnerships, we are advancing significant solar investments. This will be supported by the Saudi Fund for Development, which will add meaningful renewable capacity, 40 megawatts of solar and 20 megawatts of battery energy storage system to the national grid to help reduce our dependence on imported energy. Through the engagement of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, $125 million finance initiative, of which a portion will be used to strengthen the regulatory and institutional framework necessary for energy reform. We will work together, government, the private sector, and our international partners to meet the growing needs of our energy sector.
To grow we country, continue to grow Belize. When we have all of their electricity, boy, I'm telling you, it come, you know, it come slowly, it come. Man, these men are working. I know a lie, you know. These men are working, and they're working tirelessly. Remember that you can tune in to www.powerfm955belize.com. Listen to Power Internet Radio 24/7, all day, all night. Beautiful music, you know, good entertainment, lot of educational stuff. Watch out, we do all kind of thing at night, you know. No, we don't sleep. We don't sleep here at Power FM. We keep on doing what we do best. Y con esto vamos a hacer el pronóstico del tiempo. We're going to do the weather report. Thanks to our sponsors, Old Master Rum, Belize's finest, Old Master, the spirits of Belize, Old Master Rums.
Well, this about the Old Master Gold Rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, Old Master stand it ground. Some gold rum fade the form, Old Master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, Old Master hold the rum. When the people having fun, Old Master hold the rum. When having a barbecue, Old Master gold for you. When having a picnic, Old Master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, Old Master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, Old Master stand it ground. Some gold rum fade the form, Old Master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, Old Master hold the rum. When the people having fun, Old Master hold the rum. When having a barbecue, Old Master gold for you. When having a picnic, Old Master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, Old Master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. At this time, we join the National Med Service of Belize for this morning's weather forecast for today. For today, Friday, March 27, 2026, as of 6:05 this morning, we join forecaster Derek Rodon at the National Met Service of Belize. Good morning to you, Senor Rodon. Buenos dias.
Good morning. Light rain continued over a few areas early last night, then showers and rain moved in to affect southern coastal areas early this morning. Moist and unstable conditions will continue to support showery and rainy weather at times during the next couple of days. The 24-hour forecast is for cloudy skies with a few showers and some light rain, mostly over southern districts this morning, then over central and northern areas this afternoon. Isolated thunderstorms are also likely today. Tonight, a few showers and periods of light rain will affect mainly the coast. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and the seas will be light chop. High temperatures today will be around 81 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 85 inland, but only 72 degrees up in the mountains. The outlook is for cloudy skies at times, with a few showers and periods of light rain, mostly over southern districts on Saturday, then mainly along the coast Saturday night. There is a high tide at 6:40 this morning, and the low comes up at 10:53 also this morning. Another high is at 5:36 this evening, and another low at 1:12 tonight. The sun rose at 5:51 this morning and will set at 6:05 this evening. The moon comes up at 1:26 this afternoon and goes down at 10 minutes to 3 tomorrow morning. In the sargassum update, satellite and surface observations show numerous sargassum mats in the area. There is a high chance that more mats will drift ashore during the next few days, impacting coastal destinations across Belize. In the fire risk forecast, the risk for forest and brush fires will be low today. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
Thank you so much, dear forecaster on duty. Thank you so much, dear Mr. Rudon, for this morning's weather report. And we got to see this morning, thank you to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors, Old Master, the spirits of Belize, Old Master Rums, los licores más finos del país de Belice, los licores Old Master.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, well master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, well master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, well master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, well master gold around. When the people having fun, well master gold around. When having a barbecue, well master gold for you. When having a picnic, well master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master gold around. When the people having fun, old master gold around. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors, Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Cuando son ya las 8:20, las 8:20, buenos días una vez más Orange Walk, buenos días Corozal, buenos días Belice. Y claro que sí, les quiero decir que esta noche a las 7 de la noche aquí en Orange Walk estará en el Central Park. Okay, el Central Park here in Orange Walk will be Christafari. El grupo Christafari está ya llegando aquí en Orange Walk y se les invita a lo que es Orange Walk, que salgan esta noche. Es una noche familiar. It's a family night. It's a very good Christian music, very entertaining music. Y les pido que si quieren salir a disfrutar esta noche familiar, yo creo que pueden salir a festejar esta noche, a bailar esta noche con lo que es Christafari. You know, they are in Belize, and most of everything, like how they say, it is free free. Okay, it's all free, happening here in Orange Walk and in Corozal as well. I think Corozal will be tomorrow. Tomorrow they will be in Corozal. So Corozal, Christ Safari coming to visit. It's a very powerful gospel reggae band, and this is to show you how they are, how important this is, that they can share it. Okay, they want to share themselves with Belize. They will be also in Belize City. They will be in San Antonio in Cayo. I think I have to go visit the year a long time. I'm not gone in those areas. So we have to go visit. We have to go visit those areas and see that they are good. Okay, that they are good. Very important, very important thing for us, to see what's going on and to know that they are here. Están aquí y queremos también que se sepa que está Christafari aquí en Belize. So this is Christafari, and let's hear what he got to share with us.
San Antonio, Cayo, Belize City, Don Griga, Red Bank. Let's go. Details at Christafari.com. Every single concert is free. Are you ready? You know what? See a bunch of them, because each concert's going to be different. Let's go. So excited. Woo! Belize, we there, and we have arrived. Are you ready? Orange Walk, Carazal, San Antonio, Cayo, Belize City, Don Griga, Red Bank. Let's go. Details at ChristafariCom. Every single concert is free. Are you ready? You know what? See a bunch of them, because each concert's going to be different. Let's go. So excited. Woo! Belize, we there, and we have arrived. Are you ready? Orange Walk, Carazal, San Antonio, Cayo, Belize City, Don Griga, Red Bank. Let's go. Details at ChristafariCom. Every single concert is free. Are you ready? You know what? See a bunch of them, because each concert's going to be different. Let's go. So excited. Woo!
el grupo Christafari, que estará aquí en lo que es el Parque Central, comenzando a las 6 de la tarde, 6 o'clock. I mean, it says 7 on me, late. Y van a estar tarde si llegan a las 7. It all starts at 6 o'clock at the Central Park. Anoche estaban los big speakers, they were testing out the big wall of speakers, a beautiful stage, international stage. Todo está pasando aquí en Orange Walk. Aldeas, get ready, come, salgan, all the different aldeas. Then we're asking you to come out and support this free event. And man, it is big. It is big, it is huge, and it's happening here. Okay, está pasando aquí en este momento en Orange Walk. So Christafari will be at the Central Park, and Christafari, we got to see this free. And man, it's going to be huge. We want to thank the Honorable Micho Shebat, again working in Orange Walk, Minister of Public Utilities. Ayer aquí en Orange Walk se inauguró lo que es el Arthur Street Booster Station de BWS, a donde se conectó el tanque grande. Okay, so Orange Walk, cuando decimos water pressure, ay! All right. But this morning I saw a beautiful young lady. This morning I went to the ATM. I saw a beautiful young lady. And man, it smells so nice. I tell her, wow, you smell so nice. He said, yes, Mr. Sani, I bathed this morning. I tell him, he bathed this morning. I know she was just kidding me, but this just brings to mind that many a times in the morning we want to go and bathe and the water pressure is low. Sometimes we want to, our wives and families, even us, want to do some washing. We cannot wash because the water pressure is low. Okay, we hope that with this, Arthur Street booster station, Belize Water Services will be providing us with more water pressure. All right. So todo eso está pasando. Thank you, Honorable Micho Shebat. Gracias al Honorable Micho Shebat por todo el trabajo que hizo. Cornelio Acosta in Corozal, the CEO of BWS. Again, Cornelio, thank you so much, Cornelio, for coming into Orange Walk and boosting our water system. I don't know how much they spend, Kevin. I wonder how much they spend. Honorable Kevin Bernard, Mayor, but how much they spend yesterday? How much they invested? How much monies were invested here in Orange Walk? Good for no man. Watch out the beautiful smiling faces of those girls that work at BWS. To all of you at BWS, thank you so much. For continual working, and yes, you said that they asked for more money for water. No, they say water price of water gone up, but look at the infrastructure. Look at what we're having. Look at the boosting. One thing I will always tell you. A girl told me the other day, Sunny en Guinea Grass. Yo sé que tú siempre hablas de las injusticias que pasan. El water bill en Guinea Grass está llegando alto. ¿Cómo uno va a pagar hasta $200 de agua, Sunny, $300 de agua? I will see this. People, mine on water. Cada gota que cae de ese faucet, te lo están cobrando, no es free. Every single drop that falls from that faucet, it is not free, no es gratis. Te lo están cobrando. They're charging you for it. So I'm saying this for you to be aware. Escuchen esos toilets, okay? No queremos ir en outside latrines, ya no queremos usar el baño afuera. Queremos sewage. We want toilets. And when we go and sit on those toilets, listen carefully for those of you who pay the bills. Los que no pagan los bills no les importa. Pero cuando ustedes están oyendo que adentro de ese bowl, in that bowl, cada rato, psh, 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 that means there's a water leak. There is a water leak. And every time that psh, is because water is filling the little tank. El tanquecito que está arriba del toilet se está llenando y estás botando agua. Hay veces si ves que si alzas tu baño y ves que agua está corriendo, está haciendo leak. No digas, pues déjalo así, compónelo. They're easy to fix. Easy, so that just the flap. Cuando ves que lleva una cosa dentro que se llama un flap. Make us see if I can find a picture of a toilet flap. Those things want to change. ¿Ok? Simplemente esas cositas quieren cambiar. Y esta mañana yo les quiero decir que ustedes tienen todo ese privilegio todo ese privilegio para componerlo. And it's easy to change. All right? It's easy to change. There are different types, different types of flaps. Cuando oigas que está haciendo leak tu baño, no se espanten. No se espanten. Simplemente es un flap que necesita cambiar. And you got to change it, all right? When you see leaks, I'm telling you, when you see leaks, no cualquiera cosita. Y si vas ahora con Mr. Google, Mr. Google de Yaya te enseña cómo para hacerlo, cómo para cambiarlo. All right? So I'm just saying this because I want you guys to be careful when water bill. When the water bill, the water bill, no joke. All right? Cuando cae el water bill, no es fácil. Y esta mañana yo les quiero decir, all those leaks, especially the toilets. Baño está botando agua. Simplemente es este pedacito de hule. Te sale tal vez como entre 8 a 15 dólares, tal vez no creo que va a ser más de entre 8 a 15 dólares. Yo digo eso porque hay diferentes tipos. Hay unos tipos que son baratos de 4 dólares que queremos comprarle 4 dólares. Y ese es el que bota un chingo de agua. Consigan los buenos, que selle bien. Que selle bien el flush valve. Porque eso va en el flush valve. Y cuando sea bien, la agua no se bota. Y si la agua no se bota, tu water bill no va a quedar alto. So, these are simple little things. Ve, tienes 2 orejitas, solo lo alzas, quitas y pones el nuevo, lo enganchas, igual como estaba, lo enganchas y ya cambiaste tu toilet flap. All right? So that is what I want to share with you this morning too. That it is easy to fix your a little plumbing at home. All right? Make sure that leaks don't happen. Esos que están goteando. No dejes válvulas abiertos. No dejes tu manguera abierta porque cuando esa agua se está botando. Antes los villages solo pagaban $10. Ahora lo tienes que cuidar. Y no te estés preocupando de tus hijos. Si tú pagas el bill, tú anda velo, because you could reel up, You reel up, open the damn thing and no close it good. Abrieron la válvula y no lo cerraron bien. Lo que voy a hacer, voy a quitar esa válvula y que carguen agua más lejos. ¿Verdad? Como bloteamos un poquito, But I just want to see is because we pay the bill. Nosotros somos que pagamos la cuenta. Así es que los enojamos. Pero yo les voy a decir esta mañana que la verdad tenemos que cuidar lo que sea. We have to mind what we have. It's very important to mind we have. Pero sí les quiero decir una vez más que lo hagamos bien. Son las 8 con lo que es 39 minutos y hacemos esta pausa comercial aquí en el 95.5.
What if BTL and Smart came together? What would it mean for you? No price increases. In fact, call prices could drop by 10%. Call anyone on any network. Same fair prices. Signal expanded to where it's needed most, redeploying 43 cell sites, connecting 20,000 more Belizeans. BTL and SpeedNet. Know the facts. What if BTL and Smart came together? What would it mean for Belize? Savings reinvested, more efficient, pays for itself in 4 years. 100% self-funded. No SSB, GOB, or bank loans. Strong returns. More than double the dividends. More investment in rural communities. Connecting more Belizeans. Stronger national infrastructure. Built for long-term value. BTL and SpeedNet. Know the facts.
Today we're marking an important step forward towards Belize's development through the signing of two significant loan agreements: the rehabilitation and expansion of the Philip Wilson Highway and a program to improve the labor force participation and employability in Belize.
The Philip Wilson Highway is more than just a roadway. It is one of Belize's most vital transportation corridors, linking Belize City with the northern districts and serving as a key route for commerce, tourism, agriculture, and international trade. Through this project, approximately 26.5 kilometers of roadway will be rehabilitated and upgraded to modern engineering standards. The scope of works includes the reconstruction of the road base and sub-base, improvements to both vertical and horizontal alignments to enhance safety, upgraded drainage systems to reduce flooding vulnerability, and the installation of new road safety features and delineation.
We aim to ensure that Belizean workers are equipped not only to find jobs, but to keep those jobs and to thrive in an economy that is ever changing. We will be looking at barriers faced by women, youth, migrants, and other vulnerable groups through targeted services, training, and policies that expand access to opportunity. The program also aims to support the modernization of the labor market governance by strengthening employment services, improving data systems, and enhancing institutional capacity to better connect workers and employers and inform sound labor and migration priorities.
This program will strengthen the Labor Department and its 10 offices countrywide. Employment services will become more responsive and more effective through digital job matching platforms, improved labor market information systems, and enhanced case management.
Taiwan ICDF has maintained a long-term financial cooperation partnership with Belize for more than 2 decades.
We look forward to continuing this partnership as we work towards building a more connected, resilient, and prosperous Belize.
My name is Juan Lopez. I was Farmer of the Year in 2002, and the government of Belize sent me to Costa Rica to see what they are doing with the rotational system, and this is what I try to implement here at my farm. My farming operation is cattle, especially in the beef cattle industry. The challenge is quality water, more divisions for a rotational system, improving genetics. The agriculture department had a meeting with the farmers, and eventually, Prasap introduced himself with the matching grant. Well, most naturally, the matching grant helped me to develop the project faster. That's something that I already started, but the matching grant comes exactly to help me try to finish the project. Oh, I strongly encourage the farmers, because this project, this matching grant will help me to fulfill my dreams. I mean, I needed this water network, and it's there. It's just a matter of applying and see, and Prasap have a very reliable personnel to work with. First, I was kind of scared and asked a lot of questions, but they handled me right, and everything I asked them, they answer.
As a key implementing partner in this national project, BLPA is working directly with livestock farmers to strengthen sustainable livestock production through the development of training manuals with a focus on farm planning, design of rotational grazing systems, pasture management, better grazing systems, forage banks, nutrient, supplemental feeding, silvopastoral systems, and climate-smart practices that protect our soils, rivers, and forests. Through targeted training, technical support, and value chain development, we're helping producers boost productivity, improve herd management, and access growing markets at home and abroad. This collaboration empowers small and medium farmers to adopt eco-friendly practices that increase income while safeguarding our natural resources for future generations. Together, we are building a strong and sustainable livestock industry for Belize. BLPA, supporting producers, strengthening communities, and protecting our environment.
Belizeans love motorcycles because they're fast for the road, they're cheap on gas. But listen to me, the last time I checked, your head no grow back. So make we try protect it. So Terrence for Transport will give you 4 ways how you could be safe on the road. The first thing, your helmet. Your helmet no business to decorate your motorcycle handlebar. A business to protect your head. So make sure you get a helmet whether the correct size and our DOT certified for the best protection. And you have to make sure that you have something to protect your eyes and what strap where you can securely strap down the helmet so you don't blow off. Number 2. You have to have exactly that. Just 2 people on your motorcycle. So please, not treat your motorcycle like a bus line. Number 3, I think I never had to say this. To overtake for the left side, not for the right side like you try to surprise the vehicle. And worse, not try to overtake when you see one next vehicle that go down the road and you are still trying to waggle through the traffic. Hey, up on a curve, why you are overtake on a curve? You can't see where they come on the curve. Wait until you pass the curve to try to overtake. Now make I see you do that, because I will give you this. You will get about 3 of this. Number 4, the last time you must not speed abreast when somebody overtake you. Stop the try Vin Diesel. Make the pass, man. And this is why Terrence make a whole safety checklist to ensure that you don't get a lot of the near from me. You have to make sure your bike have a light. You use it day or night, DOT certified helmet. You and your 1 passenger drive the speed limit, overtake properly. Because safety is not for style. Safety is to save lives.
Ride safe and ride smart.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my home, Belize, home, Belize, home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
We are back. Estamos una vez más en su programa número 1, Despierta Belice, la cultura norteña. No talk Spanish, Madam Speaker. We talk español. Español, Madam Speaker. Orange Joak. We eat tacos, Madam Speaker. Tacos de pibil. Morning, Guadalupe Castaneda. Good morning to you, Barbara McLaughlin. Miss Jennifer Middleton. Good morning to you, Milo Jimenez. Morning. Can't talk no Creole. Can't talk no English here. Spanish. Queremos español. Queremos despierta Belice. Despierta Belice. You know, it is standing orders, it is law, it is. Español es el segundo lenguaje de nuestro país. Spanish is the second language of our country. English is the first language. El inglés es el primer lenguaje. But Creole is the most spoken language in the country. El criollo es el que más se habla. You know, ahora lo que va a estar pasando ahora, va a haber bastante problemas porque he mencionado el señor Michael Finnegan, Boots Martínez. Son ministros que cuando se han parado en la Cámara de Representantes han hablado el criollo. No hablan inglés, ellos hablan criollo. Y en el lado hoy estamos viendo el viceprimer ministro del país de Belice, el señor Cordell Hyde. Si escuchamos también el señor Gilroy Usher. Escuchamos a veces a lo que es Karim Musa, lo que es el señor Henry Charles Usher. Si escuchamos a Anthony Mahler, hay muchos que hablan criollo, hablan criollo, they talk Creole. Prime Minister John Briceño speaks a lot of Creole. Florencio Marin speaks Creole. You know, Kevin Bernard would try to hold a line in English. You know, Honorable Francis Fonseca will stick in English. Pero sí voy a decir que muchos hablamos criollo. A lot of us talk Creole. And I don't hope that this, I hope this does not affect future meetings where the demanding of English be actually implemented, because even myself, when I'm speaking, which I am a fluent English speaker as well, but if you listen carefully, there is a lot of grammatical errors when we try to speak English. I want to say this, but if you are not very sharp, you won't catch it. I think I heard the Honorable Ramon Monchi Cervantes, which is a very good English speaker as well, and also Creole and Espanol, but he was giving a speech, and I actually asked my wife, because he said, I have, no, how it was, but have and has, and he changed it from have to has, because has, I can't remember, I can't come up with the entire sentence, but Ramon Monchi Cervantes was speaking and used the word have, and when he used the word have, he conscious that he did a wrong verbal or a use of it, so he went back and he changed it to has. The verb, right? Yeah. Have and has, or the adjective, no, the verbs, the verb. So he changed it from have to has, and that's why I'm telling you the grammatical. When we speak English, our problem. No, Spanish no. No, never. We talk. Hablamos buen español. La problema de nosotros no es hablar el español. La problema de nosotros es escribir el español. Pues nosotros no escribimos el español bien. No, 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 no. No. El español es un lenguaje que sí, a veces nosotros tenemos error porque el inglés es el que yo estudié. I learned English. So many a times, even as I want to speak Spanish, I will find myself sometimes tangled up in my mind because what I do, I tell my brains in English, and he translates it in Spanish. Yeah, it's translated in Spanish. But sometimes when we are going let's say fire. When you think of fire, you see flame. All right? And when you see flame in Spanish, you would sometimes this is a lot of mistake I used to do with this word. I used to say flema for flame. You know, and the words are so similar, but are so different, miles away. Because flema and the flame, the flame, but like when you have cough and cold. And flame and fire is the flame of a fire is. Boy, I forget. I just going on my mind again. But yeah. You say I have to translate it, and the word, you know.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Yeah. You know, and then this is where Spanish and English is. You understand? I love to hear people talk Spanish and the way how they're talking their Spanish properly, because like I remember. We in Orange, you see, Becca tell you about Spanish. The people of Corozal, when they speak Spanish in more grammatical, in a Mexican tune. Okay, the people of Corozal speaks good Spanish, but in a Mexican tune. The people of Cayo. The people of Cayo, especially Benque, they speak Spanish, but their little tune to their Spanish is more Guatemalan. Yeah, Guatemalan Spanish. Now we, the Orinjoak, we messed up. For we, yeah, no. How can I say? How can I say this? They have their way they speak their Spanish, you know. Denga, the words where they use it for them Spanish. Benque. Corozal got the words they use in a Spanish because they use the Mexican Spanish. And Benque use Guatemalan Spanish. No, we the region, we messed up. we use Spanglish. We use Spanglish. We say, wait, press, try me say bike. You know? Bicicleta, but I want to tell you bike, I don't want to tell you bicicleta. You know? I want to tell you, press, try me el map. You know, and the no map is trapeador. You know, and things like this, we talk and but for us, and even, and that's why when I'm speaking, so that my people can understand me. If those people who are intellectuals and you know and when they say he talks Spanish bad, he talk English bad, he talk Creole bad. Well, Creole, because I can't talk bad Creole. But what I'm saying is that I am speaking so that my people who listen to me, the radio listeners of Orinjoak and Corozal, they know what we talk about. They know exactly what we mean. So it's very important, you know, it's very important for us to see this. But it is 8:58 this morning. Spanish Sunday, Lolia. We messed up in Orinjoak. We are just messed up. And it's real. But here is where I say thank you, Miss B. Thank you so much. Thank you, Guadalupe. Jennifer Middleton, thank you. Press Cadogan is in tongue. And Lara Fatis. Fatis the jam. Fatis the jam. So watch out. I gotta say this. We are got pressure right now. Press the play. So we gotta say thank you once again for being with us. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Thank you for choosing Power FM. And Madam Speaker. Español, Madam Speaker. Lenguaje segundo de nuestro país de Belice. Español, Madam Speaker. Español. Habla español. Gracias, Madam Speaker. Gracias. Y con esto yo me despido. Yo me despido de ustedes esta mañana. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Gracias por estar en el 95.5.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my home, Belize, home, Belize, home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Desde los cañaverales de la capital azucarera, transmite la radio número 1, Power FM, en el 95.5. Sintonízanos y mantente informado de los hechos y acontecimientos en Belice. Power FM, para lo último noticias y lo más reciente del mundo de la música. Power FM, tu radio de excelencia.
El programa de becas Digi 2026 ya está aquí. Las solicitudes ya están abiertas para estudiantes que ingresan a la escuela secundaria por primera vez y tenemos buenas noticias. Digi está ampliando su programa de becas para incluir a estudiantes que inician sexta forma. Todos los solicitantes elegibles están invitados a postularse. Visita www.livedigi.com/inclinada scholarship para todos los detalles. Las solicitudes cierran el viernes 29 de mayo de 2026. Programa